you are someone targeting the DBT BET exam or the CSIR exam this June cycle and just stuck with this big syllabus copy of not knowing where to start, this is for you. I'm Shruthi. I'm your mentor at What Next Education, and over the years of working closely with students preparing for competitive exams, I'm here to share my insights and analysis of how exactly you can prepare smartly such that you don't overwhelm yourself and you also are able to give bandwidth to multiple exams and interviews coming your way. Okay, so firstly, when you look at the BET examination, we know that the syllabus is never ending, right? And especially if you are somebody preparing for the CSIR exam also, you might feel like, oh my god, this itself is so huge and that is also huge. I don't know where to start and I don't know what to study. So that is why I'm here to break down this entire syllabus for you in such a way that you prepare for BET as well as you can prepare for CSIR as well and hopefully crack both of these exams. Okay, so to understand the exam pattern, first of all, we have two sections appearing in the DBT. Okay, and first section is a part A that consists of aptitude along with some general biotechnology portions. Part B has just specific biotechnology and related fields inside the part B. Now here, unlike a few of the other exams where you have separate sections, this is an entire exam where all of the content will be there in the questions, and it is up to you how you're going to choose the questions out of it. Okay, so you're going to be having some options, and actually speaking, that is where the strategy lies. Okay, so firstly, okay, talking about the paper, part A is compulsory. You have 50 questions, 3 marks for every correct answer and a -1 for every wrong answer. Okay, then here what all we have is, firstly, we have aptitude. Now out of the 50, easily you can expect almost 10 questions, 10 to 15 questions, okay, coming from the aptitude section. So this is basic finding the pattern, and then logical reasoning, and then basic mathematics that you've probably studied in your class 10 and class 12, or rather even in your junior classes before that. Okay, very simple, logical, relatable questions will be there. There might be some comprehension based questions, statement based questions that also appear from the aptitude part. Now the key is, whatever aptitude sections come from the 50 questions, you should be able to answer. Okay, so that is clear. So here you're also preparing for the part A of CSIR, you're also preparing for the DBT BET. So that is clear. Now coming to the biotechnology part of it, you're going to have some biochemistry, methods, cell biology. Now these are all basics, okay? Membrane pattern, how the transport is happening, basic structure of the cell, okay? Then organelles that are present, then basic molecular biology, your replication, transcription, translation, gene regulation, all of this is very, very simple, down to earth, humble topics, okay? So you have to make sure you are learning them anyway, because if not for this exam, definitely when you sit for the interview or you're attempting any other exam, be it CSI or be it anything else, all these are super mandatory. Okay, so you will have to cover these portions. Apart from that, basic genetics, okay, basic genomics, rDNA technology, the enzymes that are involved, what are vectors, what are hosts, okay, how do you make the hosts competent, and these kind of concepts is very, very important, and these are basics. So by preparing for this part A, you're directly preparing for CSIR and any other exam or any other interview that's coming your way, because these things are the most basic things that you anyway have to study being in this field. Okay, so especially if you are somebody who's having an expertise in, let's say, a microbiology field, you're doing a specialization in microbiology, or you're doing a specialization in botany or zoology particularly, then it's time for you to pick up all of these topics, revise and get ready, because that's what you are going to face outside in the world. Now this is about the part A. So out of 50 questions, you must target to clear at least 40 to 45 questions correctly in this part, because all of these are basics and can be covered super easily. Now when it comes to the part B, you have 150 questions of which you have to choose only 50 questions. Now that is just 1/3 the number of questions that are available. Here also the marking scheme is the same. You have a +3 for correct and a -1 for the wrong answers. If you skip a question, there is no marks that is carried for it. Now here, if you look at the syllabus copy, you have something called agricultural biotechnology, and then you have one full essay written under it, right? Then you have animal biotechnology, you have bioinformatics, environmental biotech, marine biotech, medical biotech, genetics. Oh my god, ma'am, what am I going to study? Simple is, if you look into each of these units, there are also concepts that talk about the basics. For example, if you look at pharmaceutical biotech, okay, in your syllabus copy, you might feel like, pharmaceutical biotech, I don't have a pharma background, and I don't know how I'm going to attempt this question. But if you see inside it, you have downstream processing, okay, you have some microbiology concepts included in it. Easily you will be able to pick up those topics. Okay, same way when you look at neuroscience, you can easily tell me, ma'am, neuroscience, I have no idea, I'm doing specialization in zoology or I'm doing specialization in biotech, how am I supposed to do neuroscience? There is a subunit that talks about role of hypothalamus and how the hormones are working in the nervous system. Now these concepts you will find in the human physiology or the animal physiology part in your CSIR exam as well, and these are basics that will come along your zoology as well. Okay, same way when you look at animal biotech, okay, and if you're somebody with a plant background, you might immediately think, oh, I don't know animal biotech, right? But you will have all the concepts related to plant, biotech, botany, everything in your agricultural biotechnology. Now in animal biotech, it is mostly zoology, but also other aspects of animal biotech. So what I'm trying to say is, be smart when you're choosing here. Don't immediately cut out your segment just because you feel like this segment is too huge. Now, if you look at something like marine biotech, if you do not have a marine biotechnology background, yes, you may not know a lot of things there, but there are still some things like a little bit of microbiology inside. You can study those parts of it. So filter this part B in such a way that somehow you cover basics and you also cover the topics for CSIR exam or any other exam. So CSIR exam or DBT exam is basically covering all the portions you need for any interview, any exam in the planet. You can write with these syllabus. Okay, so that is how the syllabus is also designed. So what I'm trying to say is, choose correctly. Now same way genetics. Okay, now the moment you see genetics in molecular biology, you might be thinking, I don't have genetic background only. But definitely you have studied some portions of it in your master's curriculum or in your bachelor's curriculum. So you just have to pick out those topics and you have to master them. Now like I said in part A, you've already covered all the basics that are needed, right? So try to see what are the portions that you can comfortably upgrade and advance to from the part B, because our target is not mastering the syllabus. We just want to clear 50 questions out of 150. That's all we care about. Okay, so this 50 questions is what will matter, and to choose this 50, all you need to do is try to do this mapping and try to see what all you can cover from this entire syllabus. That is also going to cover your part A and also help you master your basics for anything else that's coming. Okay, so what we are going to do, we're going to start building core concepts. Okay, so I'm going to be posting videos every day. I'm going to be helping you out every day in understanding the core topics in a way that you can prepare not just for DBT bet but also for CSIR and also for any interview that you're going to face in the future. Okay, now we are going to cover the overlapping segments because nobody really only prepares for DBT. Somebody who's writing DBT definitely will write CSIR also, definitely will write a couple of other exams also. So we will cover topics in such a way that you will be able to clear all of these exams. So it's basically one effort serving so many purposes. Okay, so that's what we're going to do. And how you will prepare is, first of all, you have to revise these topics, you have to study these topics. So if you're not confident, it's something you studied in your coursework 3 years before, 4 years before, you're not confident, definitely go back, revise, practice. Okay, and after practicing, you will do the analysis and then repeat. Okay, now for this exclusively, we have an AI tool from What Next Education. So here, the tool in itself will tell you what you need to revise. It will tell you what you need to practice. So you just have to go revise, practice, it will give you the analysis on its own. It will understand your strengths, weaknesses, everything, and you just have to repeat the process according to what the tool is going to tell you. Okay, so if you are interested in purchasing the tool, definitely do visit our website whatnexteducation.com, or you can also connect with me one-on-one to understand your strengths, your weaknesses, your goals, and then we can work together on it. Okay, so let's make this season our season. Okay, and like I always say, this DBT bet and this June exam is very, very crucial for you life science goers, because after this the syllabus is going to merge, competition is going to double, all of these things are coming our way. So in order to save ourselves from that anxiety, let's focus on what we know for sure, because like we say, a known devil is always better than an unknown angel. So as we know the syllabus, as we know our targets for this season, let's focus and let's try to clear it right away. Clear, everybody? And also we have exclusive material from What Next Education, which is basically notes written in the form of bullet points, written in the form of tables, and something that you can easily retain in your head. And for purchasing the material also, you can visit our website whatnexteducation.com, or you can reach out to me on my Instagram handle whatnexteducation. Okay, so it was a pleasure meeting you all today, and I hope now it's a little easier on you to understand what DVD bet and what CSIR preparation requires. So definitely let's get into it and let's crack the exam this season. All right, all the very best.